we stand in front of you, especially disturbed by the levels of acute malnutrition among children in Gaza. We note that at least 41,000 children are at heightened risk of death from malnutrition between now and June 2026. This is a man-made crisis. The use of starvation as a weapon of war is clearly prohibited under international humanitarian law. Famine in Gaza must be stopped immediately.
Time is of the essence. The humanitarian emergency must be addressed without delay, and Israel must reverse course.
The IPC's confirmation of famine in Gaza City marks the first officially recorded famine in modern history in the Middle East. It is entirely man-made and, as my Foreign Secretary has said, it is a moral outrage. Over 100 children in Gaza have died of malnutrition, while food is sitting at Gaza's borders. I have two clear messages for Israel. Immediately lift restrictions and allow food, medical supplies and fuel to reach those in desperate need in line with international humanitarian law, and allow the UN and international NGOs to carry out their life-saving work without obstruction. It is also vital that international humanitarian law is upheld. Israel's attack on Nasser hospital this weekend, killing civilians, health workers and journalists, is appalling. We note the ongoing inquiry into this attack, and it is imperative that there are urgent and transparent investigations which hold those responsible to account in a meaningful way.
Pas un seul mot n'a été prononcé à l'égard de ces 20 vies humaines. Des vies humaines qui avaient des familles, qui avaient des enfants. Pas un seul mot de regret, en tout cas devant ce Conseil. Je ne voudrais pas prolonger cette réunion qui a été pénible pour nous tous, parce que nous avons tous ressenti, au-delà des positions de chacun de nos pays, un profond sentiment d'incapacité à réagir, d'incapacité à remplir notre mandat. Et cela nous révolte tous. Et cela nous attriste tous.
We all recognize that hunger is a real issue in Gaza and that there are significant humanitarian needs which must be met. Addressing those needs is a priority for the United States. However, we can only solve problems with credibility and integrity. Unfortunately, the recent report from the IPC doesn't pass the test on either.
We are still looking into the details of that incident, and I'm sure that in the next few days we will have more information about that. but Prime Minister Netanyahu was very clear that he said it was a tragedy. We regret it. You know, during wartime you have such kind of incidents, but our goal is to fight terrorists, not journalists, not anyone who is not involved in terrorism.